Hey everybody, welcome back to Darvanalee Designs Studio. For those that don't know, my name's Nicole Reed and today we are here for a stitch with me. We're working still on the iced coffee cafe, so let's get started. Well, good morning or good evening everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for taking some time out of your day and spending it with me while we do a little bit of stitching together. So I encourage you to grab out a whip and get some stitches in with me this morning. We're going to spend about 30 minutes together today, and we are going to get some stitches in. We are putting some colour in. We have moved on. Last week we moved on from the white and put some red in, and today we're going to put some of the rest of the roof in as well. So we're going to be working on this section here. We'll probably get that most of that done, and when I come back around I'll probably do the chimney. We'll see how we go, but that's sort of the area that we're going to be working on today. I have a cuppa with me here. I have a little bird's nest. I do not know what happened. It looks like the cat got to this. Yeah, I'll fix that up another day. So anyway, we're going to get some stitches in. As I said, we're going to spend about 30 minutes together, and yeah. All right, now let me just get this into the right position. There we go. We're there now. All right, so let me know what you're working on down below, and what you're planning on doing for the rest of the week as well. Are you got any finishes that you'd like to get done? Have you got any haul this week as well? Also, if you've watched any new TV shows, let me know down in the comments. Always love to hear about that. So yeah, it's always a lot of fun hearing what other people are doing in their daily lives. Myself have not been doing much at all, but as I said last week, I do have an update on the library. I now have a really nice stitching chair. It's very comfortable to sit in, and my floor frame fits under it very nicely. I haven't stitched in there yet because Brendan has taken the top of the scaffolding away, because we've got this small scaffolding that you can use in houses on wheels, and it's a platform. It's not a thin it's not a thin board that I'm standing on between two ladders. It's actually a platform that I'm standing on because I've got 12-foot high ceilings, and we are painting Savannah's room and turning that into a library because that's what she wanted to turn it in, because she's not home all the time, and so when she comes here she can sleep amongst the books, as she said. So that's going to be very interesting. But anyway, so yeah, so she is pretty excited about that, but I'm sick of waiting for her to help me. So Brendan has taken the top of the scaffolding away because it had a little bit of wood rot on it, and he's fixing that. So that should be back this week. He said he ended up getting a couple of big jobs last week and he couldn't do it. So that should be back, which means that my Patreon peeps will get to see the behind the scenes content from that they've been waiting for some time. It's just we've been waiting on other people to give us back stuff that we needed and all that sort of stuff, because Brendan lent the scaffolding to a friend, and so we had to wait for them to finish, and it's just been a series of things. And then the one time we were going to do it, I had Mia here, so I couldn't do it, and because doing any sort of renovations where Mia's here is just hard work. It's just hard work. So yeah, we didn't do that. And then I don't know what happened in the last school holidays. Savannah was here, but it just never got done. I think she was helping. Oh, that's right, Brendan was getting stuff done over at the workshop and needed help. So yeah, so he had the girls over there helping him fix up the yard and all the rest of it, because we had council elections, and the council haven't heard a peep from them since the election. Because they can't get us for anything anyway, because we're not doing anything wrong. So we have all the appropriate licenses and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So it hasn't been done. So I basically have spat it and said that I said to Brendan, can you please fix the scaffolding? And he's like, yep. I said, because if it's here, at least then I can start doing some of the stuff and whatnot. I mean, I don't care if I do all the painting, but Savannah has put holes in her wall. She's marked the wall. She's like, not big holes, like from thumbtacks and all that sort of stuff. And there's blue tack all over the walls where she's taken her posters down, left the blue tack there. Like, the room is atrocious. So I said to her, you know what? You can actually help me clean this room because you did this. That I said, your sister's room doesn't look like this. My room doesn't look like this. So you can help clean this. So she's not impressed. But as soon as the scaffolding's back, I said, you can get up on there and you can scrape all that blue tack off and you can get all the holes filled with putty and you can sand them all back. I said, I'll be helping you. I'm not going to say that you're doing it all on your own, but you can at least help me. I'm not doing it on my own. I mean, I'm more than capable of doing it, but I think it's a very valuable lesson for her to learn. So, yeah. We just need that scaffolding and then we can get it done. We've got all the paint there. We've got all the rollers. We've got all the drop sheets, the tape, everything we need to paint the room. We've got there. We just need to clean and prep these walls because I'm not spending, like as I said to her, I'm not spending all this money for the walls not to be prepped properly because you only have to look at the bathroom to see what happens when a wall is not prepped properly. And for those that don't know, I have a bathroom that it has to be redone because you've got to constantly, it just breeds mold. There's just constantly mold there. So, you've got and they're 12 foot high ceiling. So it's not the easiest thing to clean. Like, it is a mammoth job. So I think I found a company, that may come to Kingaroy. I have to ring them, but I'm not ready to do it yet, so that's why I haven't rang them. And I'm waiting until Nerali moves out of home, so there's no risk of her breathing in any of the mold or anything like that. So that's what I'm sort of hoping to get done once she leaves home. And then basically I can just get this company out then. I'm going to get in there and scrub it if they can't. I've got a plan. Like, 'cause I live so far away from everywhere, and these people are based in Toowoomba, so I don't know if they come to Kingaroy, and they do treatments. So they clean it, and then they treat the wall, and then I can paint it with because they've treated it with a mold-resistant treatment, and then I'm also going to use mold-resistant paint, which is what it should have been done when the house. We didn't know that it hadn't been done. Like, So yeah, so basically, Brendan said that he'll get me, he's going to get me the Moldex stuff that he uses in the cars and stuff, and I've got like proper masks and eyewear and all that sort of stuff, but I just don't want the girls here in case, some spores get out of the bathroom or whatever. I just don't want the girls here, while it's getting done. And, didn't they get upset with me when I said that? Jeez, I'm like, because, I mean, I probably worded it wrong, but, like, they're young girls. They're in their teens. They've got their whole life ahead of them. The last thing they need to do is breathe in some mold and it affect them for the rest of their lives. Do you know what I mean? Like, they get sick and then they're affected by it for the rest of their lives. Me, however, I've lived my life. I've probably lived 3 lifetimes already, like, if it happens to me, no, it's not a good thing, and I'm taking precautions, but, at least it's not a lifetime, of I'm not going to be here forever. Anyway, and I know that's very pessimistic of me, but it's my logic brain. It's better for me than them. Do you know what I mean? Not that it's going to happen to me because I'm going to have all the masks on or anything like that, but it could accidentally happen to them because, the wind's blown and, it's blown out the door and it's gone in their bedroom or it's on the couch and they've touched it. And I just don't want to take the risk. And that's why I said to him, don't argue with me. So needless to say, they were not happy. Like, I actually got roused on that. So yeah, but anyway, it is what it is. And I just said, that's what's happening and all that sort of stuff. So I'm like, once like I said to him, I've got all the gear. Like, it's not as if I'm going to go in there with no gear on and all that sort of stuff. Like, please. I'm like, I'm even going down to the op shop and getting clothing that I'm throwing out. I'm not even wearing my own clothing, and all the doors are going to be closed and all that sort of stuff. The couch is going to be covered. Like, it's not bad, but I don't want to take the risk either on that. So, yeah, like, but if I could get this other company to do it, even bigger bonus, because they've got all the equipment to do it and whatnot. But yeah, Brennan, this stuff that Brennan's getting, he's like, he just spray it on and basically the mold will disappear like in seconds. Like it kills it straight away. He said then you can get in there with your scrubber and all the rest of it with another, like, and get like scrub it off and in places that it didn't come off. And he goes, and then you can go, like, you go over it 2 or 3 times. So he's going to get me a decent amount of it, and then I'll be able to do that. And then once that's done, I've got the mold resistant paint here. So that will help out quite a bit to get rid of, to stop it from coming back, essentially, is what we're trying to do. So, like, and because I don't want to be 80 and have to get up on a bloody scaffold to clean it. So if I can retard it in some way, then that's the way to go. And when I spoke to the guy about the mold resistant paint, and that, he's like, it works really well because his sister-in-law, I think he said, had a bathroom the same as me, like, just wasn't treated properly when it was first done. It was in an older house, and it was same, like, it was almost the same scenario as me, right? And so basically that's what they did. They got in there and treated it, and the mold hasn't come back. So, and like he said, like, she still, you know, cleans it and whatnot, and basically, you know, goes over it once a month or whatever, and sprays it and makes sure that, you know, nothing can grow or anything like that. And but it hasn't come back, and it's been a couple of years. So I was happy with that. But I'd be even happier if I could get a company to come in and really give it a good going, and then me paint it. So yeah, so Brennan's like, yeah, cool, no worries, I'll get that all sorted for you and all that sort of stuff. So we're getting close to me just working my way through the house and all that sort of stuff. I've got, I want to get some bench tops for the kitchen. The gas cooker has gone, like, the gas cooktop is in, not connected up yet though, because we've got to get a few things in place first before we can connect that up. And then we've got to get people out here to do it. So, but yeah, I'm just slowly but surely doing what I need to do. And once Neroli is out, I'm basically said to Brennan, I'm just going to start at the back of the house. And each Sunday, I'm just going to work my way through, whether I do an hour, 4 hours, a whole day, whatever. I'm just going to, you know, set it up. I can leave things out. So needless to say, Mia's not going to be coming here for a while. So I'll probably just go down and spend some time with her down at her place. Go and do some stuff and whatnot. Because I'll have stuff everywhere, basically, inside the house. The only room that's not getting touched right now is my room, because I need somewhere to sleep. And then when I'm ready to do my room, I will be able to sleep in the lounge room, because I'll have a sofa bed, or in another bedroom, or in the library, or somewhere else. So yeah, so that, and I don't need to do like full-on renos where I've got to pull everything out and like strip back this and pull out kitchen appliance. Well, I do have to pull out an oven, so I said to Brennan, I think we'll just get an oven to sit in place in the cupboard that we've got there. So hopefully we can do that. We can find one the right size, because I really don't want to pull that cupboard out, because it's a fine cupboard. It's got nothing wrong with it. It suits the kitchen. I'm not changing the color of the kitchen or anything like that. I'm just touching up all the white walls. I'm not touching, because it actually has colored walls in, like featured walls in the house. I'm not touching those up, because that's a big job. I'll need to sand those back because they're textured. And so I just said to him, I'm just doing the bare essentials. I'm, you know, touching up the skirts and touching up the white walls, giving them a fresh coat of paint. And he's like, yeah, cool. That's fine. We'll just do that. You know, all the doors, they all need another, like, they've been battered by the kids and whatnot, so I'm just going to give them a touch up as well. In the kitchen, I'm going to turn my pantry door into a chalkboard for shopping lists and stuff like that. And I'm going to get, because I've always wanted that, I'm getting rid of the big table because it's just going to be me here most of the time. And yeah, so I don't need a massive table. Well, not that I've got a big table now, but it's a 6-seater, so I don't need that. So I'm going to go down to probably a round table and just a little 4-seater. Okay, what happened then? Did I just get a knot in that? Yes, I did. What happened then? Why did I get a knot in that? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I'm just going to do some, just some touch-up, all cosmetic sort of stuff. So it's not going to take me long to do, but it'll be nice and comfortable and all that sort of stuff. I don't need to re-grout or anything like that because the house has been cared for. It's just looking a little bit tired. The outside of the house, on the other hand, that looks really tired. That's a whole nother level. Let's get someone in to do that. Because they're going to have to strip the wood back and repaint it and all that sort of stuff. So that's not a me job. That's a someone else job. So yeah, but the room that I'm most excited for is the library, because once that's done, that means I can move my bookshelves into there and get some organization happening. And that way it'll also clear up an area in the hallway as well. There's a couple of things there, and I've got a cupboard there that has no doors on it. So I am going to go and get some doors for it and put the doors back on it. And yeah, and then that way I can utilize that for storage for out here. So I can put, fabric bundles that are out of the sun, or my cross-stitch stuff and all that sort of stuff in there. Right, let me just pause for a minute because this is feeling like it's going to come out. Bumped it too many times. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's a bit better. So yeah, I'll end up storing my cross-stitch fabric and stuff in there. Not my personal stuff, the stuff that I dye, and I can have a shelf for my project bags and anything else that I've got for sale and whatnot. So yeah. So that's the first part that's getting done, and that's getting done sooner rather than later, because again, that's not going to cost me a lot to do, because I already have the paint and everything for it. The only thing I don't have is the doors for the cupboard out the front. We had doors for it and we took them off and we had them stored, but we got a leak, and where the leak was straight on top of the door, so they all swelled up. So yeah, so I've got to get 2 new doors for that cupboard, and it's just a standard linen press cupboard, but it's a double door one, so I'll be able to utilize quite a bit of space there for the fabrics and everything like that. It'll make it so much neater out here. I can also have like the things like all the trinkets and everything from cross stitch, because right now I don't actually have an actual dedicated space to storing my cross stitch stuff. They're just sort of sitting over on a cupboard. I mean, they're neat and tidy, but I would prefer them to be in their own little spot, because it'll make it easier for me to go in and find the colours and the counts and all that sort of stuff. So and it's quite a deep cupboard, so it'll give me lots and lots and lots of room in there. And it'll also give me a spot to, because I'd like to get a good stock of project bags, but right now I don't have the room to store them, and which means then I've got to keep moving them, or I can only have a limited amount. So I'd like to get to the point where I've actually got quite a number in there and I can just pull them out and send them off to people. This is what I've got in stock. People can order them and then I can just send them out straight away. And it'll also be a spot where I'll be able to like one of the shelves I'll be able to put all my postage stuff in, like my big parcel bags that I need to use for the project bags. That would be perfect, because right now I've got them stashed in a cupboard that's a bit of a bugger to get into at times. So I pull like 2 or 3 out, and I've just got them sitting over to the side, like standing up like a book on a shelf beside the shelf, but it's sort of in the way as well. So yeah. So while I'm really like not happy that Narralee's leaving home and all the rest of it, I'm also excited at the same time, because I'm going to get a lot of stuff I want to get done in the house, and I don't have to pack it away. I don't have to worry that someone's going to trip over it or anything like that if they walk through the back door. I can just, go into the kitchen and because I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to do the library first, because that's getting done now, whereas Narralee's not leaving for a couple of months, but it'll give me a chance to get paint together and all that sort of stuff. So when she does move out, I can start from the back door. And the laundry there, I want to get some shelving and stuff put in there, because I don't have any shelving in there. Never have done, and it's always annoyed me, and I've asked for it repeatedly. So now it's got to the point where, you know what, I'm doing it myself. So yeah, I have YouTube. I have some construction and renovation experience, and what I don't know, I'm sure I can find on YouTube. And worst case scenario, I can say, Brendan, I need your help. So yeah, and then it might inspire Savannah to also help me as well. So she was pretty good when we were doing the renos up at the when we had the house up at Howard and we were renovating that Dharma Jane was supposed to move into. She done really well up there. Like, she got in there and really helped out and whatnot. So I'm expecting the same sort of thing will happen this time as well. So all right, now let me just, I don't know why I pulled the needle off that, because I've got to use it for the chimney. Yeah. It's one of those days, mate. Just trim that off anyway, because it was getting a bit ratty. It's so cute. I love how they come together. And like every time I look at it while I'm stitching it, I'm thinking, oh, my stitching is terrible. And then I come back to it and I go, oh, it's not that bad. Oh, no, I think it's just because you're up close and personal with it. It makes it really hard. All right, now let me just see where we're going to go. We've got to come up 1, 2, 3 to the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. And we're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we've got 4 up. Just getting the lay of the land, and then this will make it super quick. Start at the shortest point. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. Oh gosh, all the alarms and everything are going off down at the school. All right. So yeah, so that is the plan. I will try to do, you know, some behind the scenes stuff and all that sort of stuff, but I feel a bit self-conscious is not the right word. I just feel a little bit funny about showing all of my house. I don't know what that is. I feel a little bit weird. Like I'm on social media, so evidently I don't care about people knowing about my life and all that sort of stuff. But for some reason, and I think it's because it's my sanctuary and no one knows about it. It's like, well, apart from my friends and stuff, but you know, no one out in the ether knows about it. It's just, it's my little sanctuary. So I don't know. We'll see how we go. I might do some B-roll. I mean, I'm sure that people will be interested to see what I'm doing and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I feel funny about it. I don't know what that is, but anyway, it is what it is, right? As they say. So yeah, I'm gonna start the laundry. I'm sort of spewing. There was a couple of months back. There was it was actually probably about 6 or 7 months. We get this magazine called Home Care, and it's all like storage solutions, gardening implements, and it's a lot of stuff that the elderly use. And I know that I'm not elderly, but sometimes they have really good household items in there. And one of them was this. And I've been watching vigilantly, like when the catalog comes in, and I often check online and all that sort of stuff. There was these over the toilet and over the laundry, like over your washing machine, your front loader, and you probably do it on a small top loader. This shelving that went down beside it, so it only had little like poles like this, and then it had some shelving. And do you think I was like, oh, I should get that, and then I forgot about it. And then when the home care catalogue came the second time, but like a couple of months later, because I only get them every couple of months, it wasn't in there, and it wasn't on their website. And I'm like, oh damn. And I can get them from AliExpress, but they're not cheap from AliExpress, and I haven't seen them anywhere here where they go down beside the cistern, and they also go down beside your washing machine, and they give you a decent amount of storage, whether that be to, you know, hang things off. The one in the laundry had a spot where you could hang things, like some shirts or whatever, if you needed to have them dry. And it also had like shelving that you could put containers up on and put your, you know, whether it be your pegs or your laundry detergent and all that sort of stuff on it. So, because I don't have a laundry to speak of. It's basically you walk in my back door and the laundry is there. And so basically that is it. And I don't have a room for a dryer. I mean, I'd have to mount it up on the wall, and there is a block of wood there, so I dare say there was a dryer mounted there once upon a time. But I've got no shelves or anything like that, so I can't get this thing anymore. Like I've been looking for almost 12 months, and so I decided that I'm going to put some corner shelving in above the sink, and then I'm going to get Brendan to go down and get me I've actually got a scrap here. He'll probably be able to use this. The tabletop, the bench tops that I've used out in the studio, I've got some left over. So I'm going to get him to, because I don't use the sink very often, and if I do, I generally use a bucket. I don't actually fill the sink up. So I'm going to get him to put a cover on it so I can use it as a bench, if that makes sense. So then I can have the corner cupboard. See, this is why I don't play fried chicken. Then I can have the corner shelves, rather, not cupboard. And then I can have the top where I can, you know, have the laundry basket sit. Because I've had the laundry basket sit in the sink before and they crack after a while. So, because they get squashed or whatever the case may be, and I don't like that. So I figured that I'll be able to put a bench top on top of it and have it hinged, so I can still use the sink if I need to, but I can use it as a top to sit the basket on, as opposed to having it just sit on the ground. And then what I was thinking of doing was getting like a screen, or like a concertina door put in on tracks, and then that way I can close the door off, and it gives it a little bit of privacy. So it's something that I've got to look at. It can be done. I have seen it done on the same sort of angle and whatnot. I've just got to work out where to get it from, for one, and I'm pretty sure Bunnings is going to be where I'm going to get it. And yeah, I've got to work out where I've got to get it from, and then how to install it. So yeah, so I'm hoping that, you know, on those big jobs and that, Savannah will be here, or Brendan will have some time to come and help me do it. But yeah, all right. So what have we got here? We've got, what's this called? This is called Cherry Tomato, this colour. So it's a red, and that's what the house is. So I'm just going to sort of start filling in. So I'll do a little waist knot down here, and that will cover it up. But I'm just going to work backwards and forwards, because I'm pretty sure that that's what I've done. And because this is a variegated, like the brown doesn't have much variegation in it, so I just treat it like a normal brown. But this cherry tomato actually has a bit of a variegation in it, so I'm going to work backwards and forwards so we get the lines happening, and then that way, yeah, we should get a nice variegation that way, as opposed to doing one leg of it. So yeah, so that is the plan. And as I said, I'm just focusing on one room at a time. If it takes me 6 months to do that room, I do not care. And the kitchen and the laundry is where I'm starting. I'm going to get rid of some, like I've got a buffet out there, which I'll probably keep, but I think I might sand it back and paint it a different color, because it's this color brown, which matches the kitchen, but I want to bring a bit of white in. So the walls right now are like a creamy color, so I'm going to bring the white. Well, I'm going to do white walls. I prefer white walls. As to the cream always makes me feel like it's dingy. I don't like that color on that. So I'm just going to do all white on the walls. And it's only like it's a cream, like a real pale cream, but there's still that yellow to it. So I'm going to do that. Now I've got red and this brown color cupboard in the kitchen. That's part of the kitchen. So the tops I'm going to change to I don't think you can see it, but I will definitely show you what I'm going to do, because I'm going to change the top to match the bench tops, and then I'm going to paint the cupboard white, and I'm going to have white doors, because the doors on the cupboards, which there are only 4 cupboards and 4 drawers in my kitchen, one's a corner cupboard, I'm going to put the white front on those. So I'm not 100% sure if the big brown cupboard is going to stay there where the oven is right now. So that will be something that I'll have to talk to Brendan about. If not, I might be able to paint it, because it's just a veneer cupboard. And there's paints that you can use on veneer that it'll just look like a painted wall, with like the side of it will just look like it's part of the wall, and then the front, I can get front cupboards that match the other cupboards. So yeah, so I've just got to talk to Brendan and see if we're going to get rid of that cupboard or not. So yeah. All right. Well, I do need to go and get some more stuff done. But that is pretty much what I'm doing in the house once Narrowlee leaves, so you'll have to keep an eye out for that. I think we've been pretty productive today. We've got the roof done, and now we're doing the house, and so we'll be able to get rid of some of these waist knots as well, which will be good, and because they always make the job look a little bit messy. But here goes one now, this one, because it's now covered up. This is the color that I'm using right now that is now covered up. And we'll get rid of some more as well. So, yeah. All right. I am going to head off. You know what you've got to do. You've got to do the give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you've been doing and all that sort of stuff. And as always, make sure you subscribe. Hit all notifications. Come over and check out our Patreon for extra content. And as always, I hope you're having lots of crafting done today. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.